Dumpty's Maholics. What was this family here?
I don't know. Never knew them.
I didn't know them, but I knew their name because I spent a little bit of time with Joe. Yeah, such a nostalgia.
So down here was Banners. That house there.
Well, I take it back. That family that bought Joe's place, the Brown place, rented it because they bought a place down here and rehabilitated it or built a new place. Okay, that's what it was.
This place was Bolding's, I think.
I like the gate here.
Yeah, this one was Safstrom. Karen Safstrom. Back at the stream down there, that little cove, the guy on the left, he had that place full of logging equipment. I mean,
Really?
interesting stuff, you know. Old time logging equipment. When he died, which was only a couple of years ago, the people that bought it just got rid of all that stuff. I thought it was attractive. It was interesting stuff.
Pape's here on the left, or maybe it was one before us. Skipper Pape. Pierce is down to my left here. That's new. I've never seen that. Cleghorns, I think, lived down there. Dorothy, no, they're over there. Dorothy and Eric. I better ping Eric Cleghorn today and say, hey.
Libby's lived here on the left.
Giant house there.
And, they had a big barn, and they had a carriage in there. We'd sneak into the barn. There was a barn owl. There was a carriage. A set of encyclopedias from 1900.
Really?
Stuff like that.
This was Libby Field, baseball field. Would come here and play when Boston Harbor Field was full. But right here. Was it much bigger than this, Jim, or is that Libby Field?
It was bigger.
Okay. Yep, Cleghorns live down the road to the left here. A lot of houses down there. I didn't realize there was lots of houses down there. See that?
Yep, that used to be an army base.
Huh.
Years and years ago.
Do they still have like old barracks and things down there?
There is like one barracks building left.
I've never been down there. I might have been down once to Eric's house or something, but I don't remember it. Probably in the dark or something.
And there is we used to service the generator down there for the well. There's a community well. The army came in 1940 maybe. And they needed a well. And so the army tells the well driller, go until you get good water.
Mm-hmm.
And they put down a 12-inch well casing because the army doesn't want a 6-inch well casing or an 8-inch well casing.
Wow.
They wanted 12-inch well casing.
That's a serious well.
That was a serious well. And so they go down 100 feet. There's no water. You know, what do we do? And the army tells the driller, keep going. We told you to go until you get good water. He goes down 200 feet. There's no water. What do you want me to do? We told you to go until you get good water. And the well driller is shaking his head. He can't. He's down 600 feet. There's still no water. He's way below sea level. And he tells him, you know, there's no water here. We told you to drill until you get good water. They went down 900 feet.
Really?
And they hit the pea gravel, the artesian aquifer. So the artesian water around here is in that pea gravel layer. And it was 900 feet deep. It was the deepest well in the county.
Does that mean the neighboring folks didn't have wells, or
There were no neighboring folk. But a bunch of those, you know, when the army left after World War II, the place was sold off.
joke.
That was Larson's. They
That's
had
a-
an egg ranch.
That's a big chicken.
Yeah.
What's this? This little house?
It's Blake's house. Shriners.
My buddy Ben Murphy lived down here. Dr. Murphy, and right? This is a sketchy corner here.
Get going about 60 miles an hour here and show Skip what we did as kids.
I won't go that fast, but we call this roller coaster road.
Let's do it.
I took this at 90 one night, Jim. That was the last
You
time
did.
that was the last time I ever spat on it. Nearly crashed.
You did crash.
Nearly crashed. I was on one side of the road, and I was before the car had purchase. this road, so the old timers came in here, just named all the roads, right? All the
It was sort of named after the people who lived on
So this is Libby Road. And that was Libby Field out there. So there was very few people out here when they were out here then?
Well, when we moved out, there were very few people out here.
Clark's lived on the right here somewhere. Maybe there. Is the Clark family still around, Jim?
Well, the last time I saw one of them, I don't know, it was probably a good 25 years ago. What was the girl?
Margaret? Margaret was in my class, I believe.
So, it might have been Margaret. I was at a convenience store, and there she was. She was talking
Ames Huntley.
to the clerk. And she was telling about her daughter. So, Margaret, or whatever her name was, she married a bleeder. Her father was a bleeder, right?
Yep.
And so all of his daughters will carry the bleeding gene. And because it's on the female chromosome, none of the boys will carry it. But none of his kids are going to be bleeders. But she carried the gene. So half of her daughters are going to be bleeders. So she has a daughter who is a bleeder.
What? So she has not been through puberty then?
She had a hysterectomy when she was 3.
So they knew that that would be a problem and give her a hysterectomy?
Oh yeah. She had like 6 surgeries before she was 5. And so Margaret's going, I have a right to have as many children as I want. I can, people say, don't marry a bleeder, and blah, 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 blah. Well, the thing is, no, she has no right to impose that on society, and no right to impose it on her daughter. Half of her sons will be bleeders, and half of her daughters will be bleeders.
I thought that
All of them.
I thought there were no female bleeders.
Well, that's because they die as soon as they hit puberty.
No, I know, but I mean, I thought genetically that didn't even happen anymore, but I was mistaken. So there are female bleeders then.
Oh yes, today there are, because they do things like give them a hysterectomy when they're 5. It's carried on the X chromosome.
Friendly Grove Road. One day my sister Kathy came to visit me here. This was John Rogers Elementary School. I came here for kindergarten.
Oh, you did?
And one day my big sister Kathy showed up. And I was so proud. My big sister, she's 6 or 7 years older than I. No, she's number 7.
Okay.
So she's like 5 years older than I or something like that. Anyway, she shows up there one day and goes to the gym with all of us. And I can't skip, so she taught me to skip in the gym right there. So that's my fondest memory of my big sister.
Wow.
She's long gone.
I see.
Her funeral was wonderful. Father Justin spoke at it, and her funeral was just beautiful. And at the end of the funeral, Mom turns to me and says, I want my funeral to be just like that. So Mom just was so joyous, was so happy. That the funeral was so nice, and her daughter Kathy had gone before she went, because Kathy couldn't take care of herself and Mom was worried about her.
I see.
So my mom was very happy that Kathy went so that she could relax, because she knew the rest of us could take care of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, she told me that she felt so relieved that Kathy was gone and now she could rest.
Wow.
And not rest from Kathy, but I mean, she didn't want to die knowing that Kathy might not be looked after, right?
Understood.
I went to middle school right over there, Reeves Middle School. Jim bought an old beat-down house out here many years ago. He fixed it up new, and Megumi and I bought it from him. That's coming up here on the right.
Mm-hmm.
And one, I think 4th of July, I had planned to put a treehouse up in the apple tree.
I see.
So to get ready for it, I put in the posts, figured out where it was going to go,
Right.
did all essentially the surveying and measuring,
Right.
and put the posts up. And then I built the floor of the treehouse, and the floor and then the walls and the roof separate. Then I took it apart so that on the 4th of July, when people got here, we could all put it up into the tree. So if you look down to your right here, you might be able to see behind that green building, the treehouse. Maybe. No, but you can certainly see it here, down behind here. And that was my house there, the tree house there in the apple tree.
Okay.
Back there behind you there, and that's Jim's place here now.
I see.
Jim owns that. He wants to give it to me. But anyway,
Are you going to build on it?
people started showing up, and we all lifted the different pieces of the treehouse into the apple tree. And it took a bunch of us. Thank God Sean Griffin was there, my cousin, because we manhandled. I think it was the roof.
The roof was hard.
And
heavy.
and Sean basically grabbed it and yarded it up there himself. We were all up there, but he had the brunt of it.
I see.
Yeah, it was great day.
Wow.
And then on that same day, Sean Griffin had brought a salmon, right? He had brought 2 salmon with him. And we were cooking one on the grill. And Megumi's, let's see, Who was it?
People visiting from Japan.
That's right.
And they thought these two silvers, that was wonderful. They were making sushi.
Okay.
Well, he said in Japanese, "What the hell are you doing to that fish?" Because we were grilling it.
Sure.
So he and his wife grabbed the other one, take it inside, and make sushi out of it.
And the women went in and made rice.
Yep.
Made sushi rice.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
They were horrified at what we were doing
Yeah.
to a perfectly good fish.
I think it was. Who were those folks? Whose parents were they? Not mine, obviously. Kai and Phillips. I think they were Kai and Phillips' parents. Kai is a Japanese friend of ours over here.
Yeah.
Kai and Philip.
Are they still together?
Yeah, they're crushing it. They're both nurses.
So
Just-
Philip drank quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if they were going to make it. She was not appreciative of his drinking.
Yep. Well, Philip stopped drinking. She said that was a real problem for her, and Philip did indeed stop drinking. Yeah, they're doing great. They got a wonderful house over there, right over there. Kids are doing great.
All right.
So what I'll do, Skip, unless you want to come get apple pie.